If you're a small business owner in the trades and you're wondering how to get jobs that you want to do, this video is one that you're not going to want to miss. The whole purpose of this video is to try and narrow down how can you sell exactly the jobs that you want to do versus having to do the jobs that you kind of hate doing just to make money. I've tried to perfect this over the years and I'm still navigating through it, but I'll give you a little backstory to help you understand where I've come from, where I'm heading, in hopes to aim you in the right direction with your business. When I very first started out 9 years ago, again, I was dumpster diving for pallets. I was turning them into furniture, for little rustic farmhouse furniture at the time, and selling it on Facebook Marketplace. Why? Is because I could access that material for free. I knew I could make something worth selling and then make some money doing it. Now, at the time, it was what I needed to do. It wasn't exactly what I 100% wanted to do, but there's a difference in what you need to do and where you're currently at with your business versus what you want to focus on in your business, which might take more marketing, might take more skill, floating capital to do that. The reason I even bring this up is, let's be honest, we all want to do what we want to do. And that is the same with business. If we can market and do the things every day that bring us joy, that bring us fulfillment, but also that pay us, well, that doesn't really feel like work, does it? Because you're doing something that you actually want to do. So I want to give you a few examples of what companies are doing that don't want to do, and then show you how you can change that and what I'm doing in my company to make it more fulfilling, make it more rewarding, make it something where I wake up every day and I'm just excited to go work. I'd say that most companies, especially in the trade, start out with understanding what the need is and just satisfying that need. Now, that need could be in plumbing, electrical, whatever the trade is. It may not always be the most appealing need, it's just what makes money. So if you're a plumber, for example, you might be doing more service calls than you are doing new construction. If you're an electrician, the same thing. If you're a carpenter, you could be doing just baseboards and molding versus really cool, intricate, unique pieces. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a need for all of that. And yes, there's money to be made in every aspect of the trades, but this video is more specific to someone like myself, like you, who's a small business owner, who wants to just focus on the things that, yes, make you money, but also that make your days enjoyable, make your workflow enjoyable, and not doing the same monotonous, boring thing that you don't really enjoy. One thing I've learned over the years through my marketing is that you sell what you market. And what I feel like we get trapped in is saying, okay, well, this is what's selling, so I must keep marketing this so I can just keep selling that. Well, let's say for me, for example, let's say it's baseboards, okay? Extremely boring. Not a lot of fulfillment, not a lot of excitement. But let's say everyone needs baseboards and I could just keep selling baseboards. Well, it's true, yeah, I could make money and I could go install baseboards every single day for the rest of my life. That is true. However, is that bringing me fulfillment? Is that making me excited to wake up every day? Probably not. And so what I've realized is what I put out there in the marketplace in terms of my marketing efforts is what people see and what people respond to. So I've tested this with different things, and I've posted high-end furniture builds or something that's very intricate and crazy, and people start reaching out on that. So it made me think, if I only focus on marketing those things, statistically, I will only sell those things, right? And so then there's that dynamic of trying to transition your business to, okay, how can I weed out the things that I don't need to do anymore that I have been making money on, and start bringing in those new projects that I'm excited about that I can still make money on. So for me personally in my business, I'd love to only build high-end furniture, custom wood and metal pieces with high-end hardwood and custom welding, fit out office buildings, like really intricate, high quality stuff. That's what brings me the most joy. That's what drives my creativity. That's what I really want to do. Now let's look at the difference though. With that, these are very high ticket items that not everybody needs. So I have to be creative in my marketing to find those people, those businesses, and those connections that are looking for this, versus just marketing to the general public, because the general public isn't spending $10,000, $20,000 on a conference table. I have to be more specific and find the niche and where I'm marketing those conference tables so that I can then sell those tables. The other aspect of that is you need to be good at what you want to do. So you can't say, well, I really want to do this, but I'm not really good at it, because then you're just going to run into a problem and have issues with customers. So I would say for you, what you need to do is find, number one, what are you passionate about? What is it that excites you in the trade that you're in, that you want to do? And then number two, what can you actually perform on, right? So what can your hands actually do? What skills do you have that are above par so that you can perform that project that you want to then market, and not get into a situation where your dreams are bigger than your abilities and you're not able to execute the project. Doesn't mean we don't get better, doesn't mean our skills don't develop, but you need to understand where you're at right now. That'll tell you what you can market right now. It doesn't mean you can't push yourself, and believe me, I pushed myself to projects that I probably should not have taken on, but I did it anyways because I thought, you know what, let me just sell it and I'll figure it out. Well, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, you lose money. So keep that in mind as you're growing. Find out what you love, what you're passionate about, but find out what you're actually good at and try to marry those things together to find that product and service that you can then market and sell. So if you're a small business owner doing the same thing day in and day out, you're selling the same services and same products, try this out. Try marketing something different that may force you to grow in your abilities, but will bring you more joy. This is what I'm currently doing. I have marketing all over for very high-end furniture, and guess what? People are responding to that. And so I'm excited to grow in that avenue, in that direction in my business. But it takes time, and it's growing your skill set, growing your marketing know-how, and then transitioning your business to another level that'll bring you more satisfaction. Let's wrap up these 3 points. Find what you love and you're passionate about, understand what you're good at, and market for things that you want. People will respond to things that you put out there. So if you're not putting out the things you want to do, you're not going to get any responses. With all that being said, you should shut off this video right now and start thinking about these things, write them down, and start to market things that you want to do. Leave a comment if you've done this, if your business is changing and going in a different direction because of this. I hope you guys have the most success in your journey with your business. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and we'll see you next time on TMBRMAN TV.